no, Christine. Come on, Christine.
The first stage of grief, denial, it's a defense mechanism when you deal with an overwhelming shock. It protects you from being able to feel everything because it would be too much for your system, and it's overloading it. And so when we deal with something that is as horrific and painful as losing a loved one, our brain kind of shuts down and it doesn't feel real. We can't even comprehend it. Object permanency happens at a really early stage, and that means that even if something is moved beyond another object, by the age of 2, we expect that object to still be there. To have something as gone, just gone, is so difficult for our brains to wrap around because that doesn't really happen in almost any other case. But of course, if you yourself are dealing with that loss, there are things that help. There are treatments, there's therapy, there's getting out there, reaching out with friends, having a support system. But Doctor Strange doesn't really have that. He surrounds himself with some people, but Christine really was that person.
Then I'm gonna have to take it back.
I'd like to see you try.
How long has it been?
2 years tonight.
What are you doing? I'm going to start the kettle. I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Wouldn't any of us, if we had the power to be able to fix a mistake, go back and save someone, revisit a loved one? Wouldn't you? I think this is a very human reaction for all of us. He has the narcissistic belief in himself that he can do it, that he's above the rules. And 2, he has the power to be able to fix it, or at least attempt to.
Stephen, something wrong?
Why does this keep happening? Aren't we allowed to be happy?
The desolation of knowing that no matter what he does, no matter how many scenarios that he tries, he can't fix this. He fixes things that no one else can fix. He's a surgeon, and as a surgeon, they're often looked at as gods. And then we add this power that he has as being a sorcerer and the time stone. Yet even with all of this power, he can't fix this. And that for him causes cognitive dissonance because he doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that there's something that he actually can't fix, that is beyond himself, that there's a set of rules. And this shows the stage of grief, depression, hopelessness, helplessness, when no matter what you do and try, you are forced to face the reality of your situation.
I brought you here because I need to borrow your powers. Do you mind sharing a tentacle or two? Please?
The stage of grief bargaining, when we try to look back over what can we do, maybe if I do this, perhaps this can change something else. And I think that this shows the humility that Stephen has gotten to. For Christine, he will ask, beg, plead, and try to fix things that he can't actually fix on his own alone. For many of us that have gone through stages of grief, we go through this stage of bargaining, which not all of the stages are gone through in the stages of grief. And sometimes we bounce around a few different stages, and there might even be a stage that we don't go through.
I will be whole again. No. Your marbles are long gone. You can't save her!
Anger, the stage that we often go through when we've gone through all of the other stages, except for acceptance. When all of that pain and hurt get bundled up and we want to aim our pain at someone. We want to blame someone for it. For some cases, it might be the person that passed away, or the system that let them down, or the universe for making these cruel choices. In the end, he's fighting himself, which I think is really symbolic and quite literal in this episode, but very symbolic of what we go through when we're going through immensely painful situations.
Christine! Christine! This wasn't supposed to happen!
Stephen.
No!
No! Stephen!
You could stop this! Please!
What a powerful ending. He kind of starts to get a little bit of a understanding of all of the cost, because he ended up getting her back, but like the forest through the trees, he ended up losing her anyways because the whole world was ending. But even at that, I don't think that he comes to full acceptance. I believe that he's still bargaining. He's still hoping. He's not ready to really understand and take the responsibility for what his actions have caused. And out of all of it, I think that this is such a human episode of What If. It really shows us pain and loss and the cost to that. And I loved it. I loved watching this Stephan Strange being able to go through all of these stages of grief and how he deals with it. I was really rooting for him, even as I watched him turn to a more and more evil bit of self. And I knew that it couldn't end well, but I did have hope. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know if I missed some of your favorite scenes. And if you like this video, please subscribe.